Are we live?
I don't know. Are we live?
Let's hope so.
Okay. Welcome everybody to another episode of the One Heart, One Vision Women Empowerment Podcast. It's your girl RB from BK, and I'm here with my two beautiful co-hostesses with the mostesses, ladies.
Stephanie.
Hey guys, Zay from BK here as well.
Steph Boogie from Harlem World.
All right. So, Boogie, we haven't seen you in a while. Like, what's been going on?
Well, went out of town.
Oh, Boogie, you got to pick your voice up a little, I think.
Well, I've been out of town, been busy. Just certain things I had to do. But I'm back.
But it's good to see you back. Hopefully you back. Not back only for today.
No.
All right. And Day, you're our newest leg to the podcast.
Yes, and I'm here again. I'm here.
Are you not as nervous today?
I'm better. I
Okay.
don't know if I'm 100, but I'll take 75.
You got good reviews, though. People gave you some really good reviews. They love your content.
Okay.
They love what you have to say. Just pick that energy up and let go, in the words of Chris Brown. So before we begin, I guess we could do the audio descripts. Today my hair is long and maybe luxurious. It's down my back. I got the front up, the back down, and it is hot as a mother around here. Are we really serious? It is hot as a mother around here. And I'm wearing a black hoodie, black, orange, and white hoodie that says, this is what I call my voter suppression hoodie. And it says, "Instill I vote." Despite whatever we go through, we still got to do our civic duty. And I'm wearing some black jeggings. And Day?
Okay, well, my hair again is in a braid out. It looks short. It's in its shrunken state. I'm in a pink sweatsuit, and I have dark sunglasses on.
All right, you came out here.
Okay, me.
You got it, Boogie.
I'm wearing Miss Kitty, which is my long hair.
Oh, the Miss Kitty is here.
Miss
Yes.
Kitty's here today. But under Miss Kitty, I have my twist. I'll go natural day to day. But every now and then, I like to put on Miss Kitty. Wearing a red sweater, black leggings, and some red sneakers.
Okay, so we outside.
Yeah. No, like my niece say, we outside.
We outside.
Go outside. No, she had me running around Virginia State University. Come on, Auntie, let's be outside. Let's be outside. I said, Kara, I'm too old to be outside. I'll just be in the outdoors. Thank you.
I love it. Okay, so we could just go on with what in the world. We could just jump right into it. Oh, Joe is not here today. Joe is a little under the weather. We're in a new location. We're working on our studio, everyone. So I hope this looks good to you guys. Like this, we in what do we call this? The honeycomb hideout, right, ladies?
Yes.
Right.
Oh my God, we're in the honeycomb hideout.
I like to call it the Bennett Retreat myself.
We're in the retreat. Okay.
We're at the Bennett Retreat.
Yes. So
And spa. Bennett Retreat and spa.
Why not?
Bennett Springs.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, and everybody's like, how do we get there? So we're working on a lot of new stuff for One Heart, One Vision coming up this spring. It's gonna be pretty exciting, I hope. And just stay tuned. That's all we gotta say, ladies. Just stay tuned. So one thing that we do have coming up, and we will be reaching out to our small group of women. We're gonna call it our privileged visionaries. We have our Mother's Day, our annual Mother's Day luncheon at a secret location. And you ladies are going to love the new the location, right, Day?
Oh my gosh, it's my fave.
Don't say the name.
I'm not saying
Okay.
the name, but it is my new fave spot to go. Okay, food on point.
Tablecloths, real linen tablecloths,
Okay,
and
drinks on point.
Oh, the drinks. Yes, that's why I'm sitting here drinking this ginger
Listen,
ale.
okay, it's my new fave. I just want an excuse to go there. So I'm like, everything people want to do, I'm like, hey, let's go here because I love it there.
No, this is going to be and porcelain plates, ladies. This is not like you're going to be eating off of a paper plate in a diner.
Oh.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, Boogie.
That's just one step of under China.
It's fake China, I think.
Yeah, that's a step under China.
So May 3rd. Did we say May 3rd, ladies? Yes. May 3rd at the secret location. Invite only. And we will be inviting you, some of you ladies, and we'll upload the videos, and that's that. So that's what's going on in the OHOV world. And we have our annual gala coming up. More details to be announced. But this is what's
I
going
got a nice dress for that.
Oh, you got your dress ready?
I believe so, yes.
I haven't even thought about it. What about you, Boogie?
I don't know yet.
I haven't even thought about
I
it.
haven't thought about it. It's too far away.
Well, see, I already had it, so it's like, ooh, I already know something that's gala worthy.
Listen,
Put on
I
the body.
might pull something out the closet too. I don't
No,
know.
I have closet wear, but I just haven't decided which or what color or blah blah blah.
I think every lady needs that. You know, I think like a well-formed woman, I think they all need that. A couple of dresses.
It's
that
called the go out arsenal.
the arsenal. Yes,
and I do have a go out arsenal. I can pick, unless I want something new. That's the only time I have to want something new. Otherwise, I just go into the arsenal, pick out a dress.
Yeah, I think that every woman needs our LBD, which is our little black
Three.
dress.
Three that I can fit properly. Gotta have the LBD.
The LBD, the go out arsenal, the freakum dress, or the FU dress, depending on your situation and your relationship.
I call those the dresses. I only wear them when I go out with my husband. I mean,
Man, right.
a little bit of everything hanging out of it.
Every woman needs that,
Yes.
and I think every woman needs a good blazer.
Oh yes, that's not spoken about enough. A blazer is necessary. I've just been put on to them. Those dress up anything. You can put something under it, and then throw a blazer on, and it
I'm
elevates
laughing.
the outfit.
I actually am embarrassed. Old as I am, Dreeks put me onto the blazer. Would you believe it or not? So did she put you onto the blazer?
Not exactly. Although she should have been. Like, in a sense, I guess she did, because we always tease her about cardigans and stuff like that.
No,
but,
it's necessary.
But I found it out by accident. I had somewhere to go, and I didn't know what to wear. We had to wear pink, and I love a jumpsuit, right? But I'm curvy. If I just throw a jumpsuit on, it looks a little less than. It looks more sexy and
Yeah, look a little
less
slutty out
less
there.
Yeah.
I got the
elegant.
same problem.
You gotta just throw a blazer.
So I
over
threw
it.
a blazer over it, and it really helped it out. And I was like,
Blazers and
okay.
shrugs always come in.
What's a
handy.
shrug?
Okay, you notice, remember when I wore the black dress and I had that silky jacket like draped over it? You know the ones, a lot of
Yes.
people, you know the ones that be coming short, those are called shrugs.
Oh, I didn't know
And I
that.
have a bunch of them because they will jazz up a low-key dress and cover up, sometime de-sexy it, sometime when you want to cover up something.
Yeah.
But my sister, with the blazers, I laugh when y'all said blazers. There was a time, my sister called me preppy. Everything was slacks and a blazer. I had so many blazers. Just recently, I looked in my closet. I got about 6 different black jackets. I'm trying to throw them away, but it's just that I can't because I'm so used to that preppy look. It wasn't until she wouldn't let me dress my own daughter for the Easter holiday. She said, because you have Jessica looking too preppy. Everything is a blazer and slacks or a blazer and this. It was my sister that got me out of that preppy. I was very preppy, very neat. Colors ranged around black, blue, beige, gray.
Really?
Yes, that's how I was when I was young. Before I met you, it was my sister that said, stop being afraid of color. If you notice and this was in my late 20s.
Now you're doing oranges.
My sister would be proud of me because I stopped that right after because she told me I was too preppy. And everybody say I always look like I'm going to a meeting. I was a blazer fanatic. I like that sophisticated blazer look.
Blazer will dress it up.
Let me tell you something though,
I
right?
had to
Because I have my own issues with the you always and stuff like this. And yes, try the new things, but it's okay to like what you like as well. Like, because in the end, we gotta just do what we love anyway.
Oh, nobody will
seriously.
ever deter me from being me.
But you know
I
what
have a totally non-conformist attitude.
You know what I want to say though, as blind and low vision women, I think as people, we do need to add pops of color. A lot of time that's something that we don't do as often. I was somewhere, I was at a meeting, and someone came up to me, and the lady said, and she was, low vision, and she said, "Where do you get your clothes from?" And I'm struggling, single parent.
Too many places.
I said, I don't know, like Rainbow, Old Navy, Macy's. Like I'm naming like different stores, JCPenney, different things. She said, and I'm thinking like it's something on my clothes, whatever. And she said, no, because you wear so many colors and you wear patterns. And you don't see that a lot with blind people. They do the blacks, the navy blues, the grays, the whites, and the beige and or creams. And she said, you always come to the meeting with orange. You might have some leopard print off the shoulder romper. I said, you know what, though? The worse my vision gets, the more colorful my clothes get. I don't know. I want people to see me outside.
People hate my blind hack, which is just one pieces and 2-piece sets. So I don't have to match anything because that's my biggest fear, to play around with colors and things just don't match.
Yes,
yes. It's like after I got out of my preppy stage, if it doesn't have color, sometimes I don't even want to put it on. I still will wear basic black if I have to, the regular colors, but I like it. I like it colorful now.
Yo, I'm sorry, guys.
It could be colorful.
Y'all know why I'm laughing.
What?
We have a visitor here that just keeps bothering he's tickling me. Come say hi.
Yeah, you know what to say.
Okay, Blizzy.
Oh, Blizzard. So, Blizzard came to say hi. He's a white Maltese that's a little dirty right now, I think. And he's a 5-month-old white Maltese. So you said hi, now go away. Long story. Alrighty. Now, we can get into what in the world is going on in the world. I'm sorry, I got really distracted with that. So what's going on pretty much was this weekend, we had another national No Kings protest. Over 8 million people showed up from all of the major cities in the country. We don't have any sound bites today. I don't know. I'm thinking about phasing that out. I think that takes up a lot of time on the podcast. What do you guys think?
Only if it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, like if you can explain it.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Sorry about that. Like if you can explain it, it's good. If you have a sound bite, it's good, but it's not 100%.
It's not necessary. So we're just going to play it by
necessary.
ear.
Only if it's absolutely necessary to really hear what this person said, then you play the quick sound bite.
Yeah, so No Kings Day, for those who don't know what No Kings Day or these No Kings protests, this is our third one. We had the big one in June of last year. As a matter of fact, I think it was June 14th.
Okay. You bite me, I told you, I bite back.
Then we have October. There was another No Kings protest. And then we have one this weekend on March 28th. Like I said, over 8 million people showed up. I showed up also in New York City. Me and my youngest daughter. We showed up to protest. We had our signs. Oh man, I wish we would have taken pictures. But sometimes when you're at these kind of things, you're just in the vibe. It was so many people out there. But more importantly, a lot of the smaller red states, the red towns, all of the little red towns in Florida and in the Midwest, like out there in Iowa, NC, North Carolina, they actually did their No Kings Day protest also, which is kind of interesting to me because didn't y'all want the king there?
But you
a year ago?
North Carolina has a Democratic governor, I think. The governor, not the mayor, I think it's the governor. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to be blue in a red state. So,
but a lot of the Midwest also, like I said, Iowa. That's one off the top of my head that I know. A lot of those little towns, small towns in Florida. Now I know Florida, y'all wanted this king in the White House, and now Because here's the thing.
Yeah,
Trump-
explain. Let me
Yeah,
just
go ahead. Jump
let me
in.
stop you here because for the slow ones who don't really know, I got a text message about this because I get text messages and calls about the goings-ons and stuff.
Mhm.
Can you explain to us what this is really about? Because I'm not really
What do you
sure.
mean you got a
Donald
text message?
Trump.
You got a text message from who?
Just from some random, I get random text messages.
Saying, are you coming to the rally?
Yeah, are you coming to the rally? Or we're going to have a Zoom about this. Ever since Trump came in office, when Trump came in office, I signed up to be a part of a Zoom. What are we going to do now that Trump is back in office?
But you're in the right demographic. Like, you're a millennial, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I just made it.
This is why they reaching out to you here.
And so ever since then, I get all these text messages. So I got one about this No Kings, but I don't really know what it's really about exactly.
So here's the thing. When the colonizers came from... when the colonizers came from England, they came here for different reasons. They came here, for so-called freedoms,
Yeah, I know
different
about
taxes,
that.
all of that kind of stuff, right? But they also wanted no kings. And this is why they set up their little constitution and the way in which they set up their constitution.
Right.
This is supposed to be a democracy. We vote people in, the people have the voice,
Yeah, but
yada
we don't
yada.
have no kings here in America.
But we do.
We do?
So now there's someone who's sitting at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, who is kind of trying to run this country like he's is a monarchy, and that he's a king, and he's doing a lot of stuff where this has to be my word or nothing. So this is where the whole no kings came from. Like, this no kings, like we don't subscribe to this.
Okay.
And he has a bunch of sycophants around him on Capitol Hill now. Like, I hate Pete Hegseth. I just got to say this. But anyway, I know, quick sidebar. Stephanie, you don't know who Pete Hegseth is, I'm sure.
No.
Doesn't he annoy you?
I don't listen to it. I heard it. I think I heard him talk once or twice.
And then you blank out, right?
I just don't listen to it. I got the right to what's the word I'm looking for? I pick and choose what I let in my ears. I'm not listening to nonsense. Sometimes you have to listen to a little bit of the nonsense just to see where this person is coming from. And after that, I'm not going to keep looking at that.
Every time Pete Hegseth he seems like he was a nerd in school. And now, like, Daddy, I'm cool now. You know who Pete Hegseth remind me of? Like Bud Bundy from Married with Children as an adult now?
Yeah.
He does. Like, remember when he had his Grandmaster B era?
Yes.
Pete Hegseth remind me of Bud Bundy with the
B.
Grandmaster B era. Deja, just give us this moment to date
It's
ourselves.
all right. You're good.
Like, now, Daddy, I'm cool.
I'm cool now.
But he also, I just found out today that he got kicked out of the National Guard. And now you're heading up the military?
Yeah, somebody who got kicked out of the National Guard. Make it make sense.
I know.
Make it make sense.
I know. But that was a quick sidebar ramble. But anyway, so you got people like Pete Hegseth that's sucking off Donald Trump. So here's the thing. So this is why they're having these rallies. Like, everybody's protesting the so-called king in the air quotes. Do you see what I'm
You
saying?
know what's so funny
I've
about
been
this?
so-
You know how they say there's nothing new under the sun?
Mm-hmm.
I might be a book off. In the book of Samuel, when the Christians started saying they want a king, they want a king. When they got one, they ain't like it no more. So it's like they got a king. They think they have a king now in today's time, but it ain't gonna work.
But here's the thing. Remember, he said, if you vote for me this time, you never have to do this again.
That's what he said. He wanted to make it where we vote this time and we never have to vote again, and he stays in office. He wants a dictatorship.
Yeah,
that's what he thinks.
And that's
he's a
what the No
dictator.
King Day thing is
Because
protesting.
if I'm not right, I think I heard this war that we're in, he did it without Congress.
Of course he did.
He did it without Congress, and that's not the right way to do it. People think that the president says, okay, I want all of this way. No, they have to vote on it. Congress has to vote on it. And anytime you go outside of Congress and do something on your own, that's a dictator.
And that's why we have this No King's Day. There was a lot of You know, when you're at a protest, everybody is shouting democracy or buzz. So whatever, you know, they're saying. It was a lot of shouts about him being a pedophile with the whole Epstein stuff. And then there were a lot of shouts about the war in Iran that you claim that we're not at war with. And now there's this whole discrepancy. Are we getting boots on the ground in Iran?
I hope
Are we
not. I hope not. I don't have a son, but other people do. I hope not. I really, really hope not. And if they do, I want Barron on the front line.
Right.
I want Tiffany on the front line.
You want Tiffany out there too?
And I want Ivanka on the front line. I want all of the Trump kids.
Don Jr. I think Don Jr. might be too old though.
No. Okay, you know what? You can't have
Tiffany and Barry
now,
could be out
one
there.
thing I know, you can't have two sons on the front line.
That's why we got to do Tiffany and Barry.
No, I want Melania's son out there on the front line. And no, leave Tiffany alone. Marla Maples, she didn't even have a lot of staying power. Is
that her mom?
Yeah, that's not Marla.
No, Ivanka. Ivanka's the daughter.
I'm talking about Tiffany. Tiffany, I don't think.
Oh, that's the one that he would do because she's hot. Remember that.
That's the one that he didn't stay. That was his only American wife, and she didn't work out. But Tiffany, I think she had the right to stay. But I want Barron and Ivanka on the front line. Teach her how to use the gun. Put her on the front line. Yeah.
Barron and Ivanka.
What'd you say?
That's crazy.
Yeah, she should be on the front line. Put her right in there.
Isn't Ivanka old?
I wouldn't give a damn. She needs to be in there on the front line. If you're going to send Jane Q. Public's sons and daughters in there, I want to see your own in there too.
But you know what?
I want to see him in the front.
He's definitely too old. I think there's an age.
I
actually know there's an
You wanna
age
throw
limit.
No, I don't
people in
think
the-
you can join the army if you
Listen.
if you're pooping in your diapers. They don't want you in the
Well,
army
then you
because
don't
who's
get
going
to.
to clean
Then
up
you
your
don't
poop?
get to put me in war. Stop doing.
And you
this
have
to
a
me.
son.
I have a son. Yes.
That's right.
I do.
But then you only have one, right?
Just one.
Can't go on the front line.
No?
Nope. If you only have one son to carry on the family name, they cannot be on the front
Oh,
line.
they're
I
big
know
about
this.
the family name.
I know this for
That's the patriarchy
I
for
had,
you.
Amen.
I had an uncle. There were two brothers. My uncle Sidney, who stayed. He's a military man. He stayed in the military over 40 some odd years. Him and his brother were both on the front line when they was in the Vietnam. And when they realized that, they tried to pull Sidney back. He said no, he ain't want to go. That's a fighter. So they pulled back my Uncle George, and they had to pull him back because it was two nearly men on the front line, and you can't do that. There's rules of engagement.
I dig that.
Her son can never go because she only has one. Now, you want to hear a quick funny story?
Yeah.
My sister has 3 sons. We have Gavin, we have Julian, and we have Ryan.
Nice name.
One of those, and I named the middle one.
Oh.
And I named my nephew Donovan as well.
Oh,
But
those are
anyway,
beautiful names.
she found an army brochure in her house before they all
I
went
know
to
this
college.
story. This is crazy.
My sister said she found it. She called me and told me about it. And she said, I'm going to fix it. She told all her boys, need to speak to y'all. Took them all down in the basement. My sister got her gun and cocked it. Which one of y'all want to go to the army? She said she was holding the gun up. She said, which one of y'all want to go to the army? Of course, my 3 nephews sitting there with their eyes buck, barely shitting on themselves. And she said, no, I want to know. Because, see, if I shoot you here, I know you'll survive. If they shoot you over there, I don't know if you'll survive. So who wants to go to the army? None of them confess.
And none of them went.
Now, one of them is in New York, IT. He's part of the 1%. Mm-hmm. The second one is in Raleigh. Broke the color barrier at the airport. He is the first black man that runs the entire cybersecurity at Raleigh International Airport.
Amen.
Part of the 1%. And the other one is down there. I forgot what his job is, but he's making good money too. Nobody went to the army and nobody got shot. But my sister would have. If Gavin would have stood up and said, it's me, Ma, I want to go. Pow. She would have shot her son. She would have shot. She said she was going to shoot him in the foot. I said, Marie, would you have done it? She said, yeah, but I'm just going to graze him. But she would have shot him. And so none of my nephews, thank God, went to the service.
And honestly, I'm half and half with that. I get it. Like I have one brother that we know of. You know, daddy in the room.
Stop. Shame on you.
Mom is sitting over there on the sofa thinking, that we know of. But no, I have one brother that, you know, and Thankfully, that was never his choice, but he was a young dad. And I think that I'm half and half. Like, I think they paint it where this is what this is what should happen, or this is a way for you to take care of your family, especially when you're a boy in the hood or you grow up in an urbanized setting, and then you make a mistake by getting a girl pregnant early, but you want to take care of your family, and I get it, but then I also get it why Baron, you're not out there, and Baron won't go nowhere near that kind of stuff.
No,
So,
and they're not going to allow him to.
I don't know. It's rough. And then when you go to serve your country, which we do respect completely, you don't you get kicked in your back as a disabled vet.
Yeah.
Or just a vet. There's a lot of broken promises that you're going to get this GI this and the GI Bill that, or you're going to get certain benefits, and then when you get blown like get your legs blown off, you're screwed.
Then what? Yeah.
You may not know this movie. It's kind of like that movie Born on the 4th of July. Did you see that?
No.
With the guy, he wanted to go to Nam so bad. I think it was like his name was Ronnie Colfax or something. It was like a real story. Went over to Nam, got injured in Nam. His legs were blown off.
Oh God.
And he had to come back and live as a disabled vet. Good movie if you
And
you saw
then
it.
find
What
out
is the
what
name of it
everything.
again?
Born on the 4th of July.
I
It's a
remember
book.
the movie.
It's a book and a movie. The book is better, but
I'd rather read the book.
you gotta
I
read the book.
always wanting a book instead of a movie.
Yeah, I'd rather read the book.
But I mean, it just drives that point home. It's like it's a catch-22 kind of thing. Like you may, well, Ronnie wanted to go. Like he was all American, heartland. Like I'm an American, yeah, like that kind of thing, right?
But it's admirable that some people want to fight for their country, like my Uncle Sidney. They pulled him off first. He fought it. He fought it because he became career military.
Yeah.
But as my Uncle George, when he got pulled back, he was glad. He had a family already. But some people love
He went with the draft, right? They were both drafted.
Probably so. But I think Sidney enlisted.
Okay.
Sidney enlisted. He was 82nd Airborne. He was crazy jumping out of planes.
I heard they're supposed to be sending the new 82nd Airborne over to Iran.
Yeah, and my cousin Danny was actually under his uncle's orders because Danny, when he joined, he went airborne too. He was 82nd Airborne. His uncle was like his commanding officer, but he's not in the service no more. He didn't make a career out of it. My Uncle Sidney stayed in the service for maybe 40 some odd years. I can't remember. It was 41, 42. But he was the type of person that wanted to fight for his country, and I don't see a problem with that. But unnecessary war and kids are dying because I don't have a child that's going in the army. Like I would have been like my sister. Let's go to the basement and talk.
For oil or or whatever is going on. It's so this is the whole purpose of the whole No King's Day, Deja, because people just are not happy. He made promises to the heartland, to the red states, to white America.
And my thing is, and they believed him.
Yeah, we're
He's a
going
liar.
to lower oil and gases, the price of gas. We are going to lower the price of eggs and food. We're going to make America great again. And the only thing that he did promise, and people getting killed with that, is this whole ICE thing and getting people out the country, and he's following through on that.
Because America great to him would be none of us,
Yes.
no foreigners.
Mm-hmm.
He wants an Aryan nation. You will never have that here. You will never have an Aryan
You chose
nation
the wrong
here.
place for that.
This is the wrong place for that. Once we outnumbered him with the census last year, people don't realize black, white, other.
Other was
We are
hitting
no
strong.
longer the minority.
Yeah, other was hitting strong.
This is why they wanted to stop, not us, but the lily white girls from getting abortions because they are killing off their race.
Yeah.
And then half of the lily white girls are having babies with black men.
Oh,
so
yeah.
now, and just like they want.
Or let's say black and browns, because a lot of Mexicans or Latinos
Yes,
getting,
everybody is a bunch of other.
Yes.
Black and other have outnumbered them. So that's the reason why they wanted to get rid of the abortions. It wasn't to save our children. It was to save their children.
So this is what all of this protesting is about, Day. Like, you sold people a bill of goods, and now people are not happy, and especially in those little red towns. I was watching. I don't know if it was CNN, because I'm getting tired of CNN. They slanting a little to the left. Fox is too far to the right. So I'm starting to look at like MS Now and all that kind of stuff.
You want to hear news straight, no chaser?
Mm-hmm.
The BBC. The BBC don't sugarcoat shit. They don't. It scared me. Just a quick sidebar. The last time that person that y'all call president was in the White House.
Don't it get you mad when they say President Trump?
Yeah,
Why do I get pissed?
I call him Donald Trump. I will never call him
I
president.
have
That's
never
Donald
called him
Trump.
We were never able to do that because, oh my gosh, I was shocked it ever happened. I don't know how it ever happened.
Racism. America's racist. That's how it happened.
That's what I'm going to say. Y'all elected him. You want to know we don't want a king. Well, you don't want a king. You voted him in. You voted the king in.
And this is why they are out there marching now.
But the news, I was in Rome, turned on the BBC, just in between running around and seeing Italy, turned on the BBC, and that's when he bombed Abu Bakr. And I'm looking at this, my black behind turned white as a ghost because he bombed this man, and then the BBC says, well, he did this, and when they caught him, he still decided to keep bombing this, that, and the other over there, tearing up his stuff. And right now, BBC says, and right now, America is waiting for retaliation. So the girl that was in the room with me, she's the one who actually gave the trip. She said, well, if they start bombing America, we won't be able to get back. I looked at her, I said, no, you won't be able to get back. I will book me a flight to Canada, because from Canada, I can get back on the ground. And she was like, yeah, you're right. But I say all that. The news, the BBC, they give you news straight, no chaser.
I did hear that.
They don't do the, you know how we'll tell some of it, but don't tell all of it? Mm-hmm. The BBC, they will tell everything. And that's what I like about their news station. They are straight, no chaser.
No, quick sidebar. Speaking of the No Kings, why were we out there protesting and then a bunch of drones showed up, right? Everybody lost their cool.
I would have been scared to be under them because you never know what they're going to drop on you.
This is Iran! And then I think I turned to someone. I said, well, this is not Iran because we protested him like they are. So there's probably media, and thankfully it was media or something, but everyone lost their cool. Thousands of people on 7th Avenue, and then drones show up. But
what street were you on?
We were on 7th. We were from like the 50s,
okay,
all the way down to 50, like 34th,
okay,
and 7th Ave. And it was just so many people. But
them drones would have made me nervous.
No, that crowd got a little bit like shook. Like, wait, what? With drones?
No, because see, the thing about it is, we're fighting these people over there, but it's enough of them in this country right here to do an attack. Who's to say those wasn't the enemy's drones? Because the enemy is already here. Because we like, welcome everyone, come on into the country, we don't mind. As long as you're lighter than, what I'm saying, I can't say a paper bag. As long as you can pass for white, you can come into the country. So they let all these people in. We have counter-terrorists right here in this country. They don't need to send anybody to do anything to us because we're already here. They're already here. So yeah, those could have been enemy drones coming down there to bomb somebody or hurt some people.
I think they were just media drones. I mean, I'm still here to tell the story.
Right.
So
thank God they were, but who knows with the state of our country, and we got, like I said, we have terrorists right here. You never know. You just have to be vigilant. You will see drones. You better look up and see what's going on.
No, they were looking. And mind you, I was the only blind one out there again. But that's another story. But people were happy to see me outside, though. They was like, yeah, the disability community is standing with us. There was some wheelchairs.
Right.
No, it was wheelchairs.
Right.
I was the only blind person out there that I saw. But it was quite a couple of wheelchairs out there also, but it was all love.
Everyone was the only blind person you noticed. Because, see, if I was there, you wouldn't have noticed me, but that don't count me out.
I noticed.
Look, I'm getting tired of people tell me I'm not blind enough.
Yeah, no.
I don't fit in nowhere. Not blind enough for the blind community, but not sighted enough for the sighted community. It's like, I'm a lost child sometimes. That's how I feel sometimes.
No, you're visually impaired. There's
Thank
plenty
you.
of
At
visually
least that why you think I
impaired.
like the blind community, because y'all accept me. Y'all know that there's levels to this.
No, it's blindness is a spectrum.
When that man told me, a person who's supposed to be educated, you're not blind enough, I wanted to cuss him out. I said, you know
I've
what?
been told that also, Stephanie, quite a lot.
Yeah.
Now I do have usable. And I'll just say I'm blind. It's so funny. Quick sidebar, and then we could go on to backstage BS.
Mm-hmm.
I was at work, my old job, and he did this little icebreaker, and he says, "Oh, tell me 2 things nobody know about you." And I'm sitting there like, you'll never know my information.
Word.
You love bombing narcissists, but. Because that's what it was. And a lot of these narcissists want to know your info. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I got one thing. People don't think that I can see, but I do have usable vision, and I do see. That man had turned around so fast, you would have thought it was Reagan from The Exorcist. He almost did a 360.
He did an hour
yes.
turn, huh?
I said, yes, I do see. I see a lot, but I just don't tell people.
Yeah, exactly.
That man lost his cool to the point where he fired me. But moving on. Backstage BS. So, you ready, Boogie? You have it?
I haven't really been.
The Megan.
I didn't see it. All I know is that she had her debut. And I'm sorry because I was out of town for funeral and death. I haven't been thinking about the craziness.
So I'll tell the audience who she is. So she is Megan Thee Stallion. She had her debut, which is kind of cool, with Moulin Rouge on Broadway, and she's playing Zippy. I think she's the club owner. So people thought that Megan was going to have a small little role, maybe just hop out, sing Hot Girl Summer, and go sit back down. But she has a lot of talking scenes. She has a very big part in the play. And from what I'm hearing, Megan is doing her thing. Like, I love seeing, especially with us.
She got a good review.
She got great reviews. And then I heard that they did like a little medley of some of her rap songs, where she, maybe like a minute and a half of her spitting, but not where she's just spitting by herself. So they kind of like zhuzhed it up. Kind of like what Alicia Keys did with Hell's Kitchen.
I
don't want to see that, but everybody...
I mean, don't get me wrong, Alicia Keys, yeah, you can sing, but yours isn't great enough for a play. Who are you? Look, I like Alicia Keys. I like her singing. How many albums have you made? For you to have a play about Hell's Kitchen, you would have told your life story, I can get it. It should have been a Lifetime movie. Broadway?
Yeah, Alicia Keys in Broadway right now is not a good idea.
No, it's not. So
if y'all got free tickets, you wouldn't go?
If I got free tickets, I probably wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No, I'm going to go.
I would go. I ain't going to sit here live. I got free tickets. I would be there.
No, because my thing is, she's not playing.
Somewhat interesting.
Put it this way. If she was playing herself and singing, then I would go because it's a mini concert. But I don't want to see someone else play the Michael Jackson stuff.
Somebody else is playing.
I did not go see one of those.
No,
Michael
MJ was
Jackson,
good,
but
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I done seen enough replications of Michael Jackson till I'm fed up. Now this new movie is coming out.
I don't want to see that.
My daughter tell me, "No, mommy, this is gonna be the good one." I said, "How many?
I'm tired of the.
How many times we gotta watch Joe whipping their ass and Michael did this and this? Unless
they need to let this man rest in peace now.
I agree with you, Deja.
Unless y'all giving information that we never knew, the information that we wanted to know, and you're not. And you're not. So
like, what? And this is why I don't, and I'm going to be honest, I think MJ, which I did like, and I was glad that the descriptive audio worked, because stuff like our Broadway plays, we need our descriptive audio to work. Especially with MJ, there was a lot of dancing, and it was good. Like, it was a really good production.
I didn't know plays had descriptive audio.
Oh, yeah.
No, they do.
Now, the last play I saw about someone, of course, I went to see Tina. My daughter took me to see Tina. I was in the front row.
And I didn't care for
and
I didn't want to see a Tina Turner thing.
That one. I was a Tina fan. And I was in love with her. In my head, she was my big sister. I went to see the Donna Summer one. My husband took me. It was good. People was in there.
I would have
crying.
went to see the Donna Summer
liked
with
the
Tina Turner
Donna
one.
Summer, yeah. My daughter, she bought it. It was a surprise for my birthday, so I didn't know where I was going. But when I seen it, I was glad. And it was funny because I was in the front row, and the lady that was playing Tina, she like waved to me because I was dancing, and she's like, "Go ahead, keep it up." And I just kept on dancing. It was fun for me. It was fun.
Me and my sister, we went with my mom for her birthday. About 2 years, maybe 2-3 years ago. It was good to see. It was a good thing, but it again, you're right. I'm tired of.
It's enough.
You got beat. Okay. That's
we
that.
know what happened. Tell us the stuff that we really wanted.
And this is why I don't care about this Michael movie. Y'all could have stopped at American Dream. To me, that was good enough.
When it come on cable or Netflix, I watch it. But I'm not going to the movies to see that. I'm not going to pay to see.
No, I don't think I'm gonna go.
Another fake Michael Jackson. I don't want to see it no more.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go. But so Megan did the whole Moulin Rouge. They did kind of like the cast did like a rearrangement of her songs. Mm-hmm. I think I want to see it.
I want to see that. Now I want to see Megan on stage. I really would.
Because this is her first big acting gig. And you know what, like I said, I like when a celebrity, especially someone like Megan, there's so many layers to Megan. And she's come a long way. She has that new love with that guy Clay somebody. I think he's like a sports figure. I think he's like football or something. And everyone said they're super cute together, cuter than Travis and what's the witch?
Megan's body is tea. Megan look good.
No.
Damn feet too big. What kind of feet?
The Ronald McDonald feet.
Like dolphins.
Don't you dare.
Jesus. I'm a tall woman. I'm a tall woman, but I do not have big feet.
But Megan is taller than you. Megan is over 6 feet tall, I think. I think she's about 6 feet.
Yo,
is she that tall?
She need an excuse for them feet because they look like they're about 14.
Yeah, but I like her though. Her body is tight, and from what I hear, like I don't hear outside of the whole Tory Lane scandality with the shooting. You don't hear anything about Megan. You don't hear that she.
Yes, you do.
You do.
You do. I heard the fact that they were questioning whether Megan was born a woman.
Oh,
because
man.
they say,
but they do that with every tall
They
woman.
was talking about the feet. They was talking about some of the body parts, and then they was making the fact that a stallion is a male horse, and she named herself after a male. I don't know. I think she's a girl.
I know. Remember they were saying Ciara was a man at one time too.
Yeah, they were.
No, I don't remember
yes,
that.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe because I wasn't a Ciara fan, so
I went to.
I'm not a huge Megan fan though. That's why
I like the brand of Megan. I don't really, my daughters, they like Megan's music, and I hear it around the house. But I like Megan's brand. That's why I think that
what's her brand? Because I don't get,
her
my
brand,
brand is this. What is your brand?
Her brand to me is own your woman, like it's okay to be a woman nouveau or woman empowerment. You like not subscribing to societal norms of what traditional womanhood is, and I think that's good for young girls.
Just being free, because people when they always, I don't get me wrong, I might be a woman of a certain age, but my brand is it. What is your brand? It's a style. It's just the way you are. Why does it?
But I think her brand is making her money. Like that's the brand. That's her business.
What's your brand? Making some money. It's nothing.
But no, I mean her image is making her the money.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
All of their images is anybody that's in the public eye. Their images is making them their money.
But some people images I don't care for. Like I never cared for Little Kim's brand. I think it was too raunchy and gross.
She was a hoe. I'm a hoe from Brooklyn. I can spit rhymes, and I'm gonna get my face chopped up. That's not a brand. That's just who Kim is. I just don't like.
I mean, but it is
the
a brand.
whole
Why
brand.
it's a brand is because they're famous, right?
Yeah.
And this is why it becomes a brand.
Because
they have a following and stuff like that. It's not like we're not gonna have a brand because we're
yes,
us,
we do have a brand.
Well, but like I mean, on an us as individuals outside as we're walking, we're not a Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion is her brand.
That's her brand.
Her brand is her. She is who she is.
And you're just a performer. This is what I'm saying.
It's bigger than just the performing now because maybe back, and I don't even know that.
You know when you become a brand?
Yeah.
When you can put your name on something and it sells just because
Megan endorsed it. Like Megan is
That's
doing
to
all
me-
kinds of stuff, like Amazon now. That's the one off the top of my head that I could come up with. I mean,
But I guess I'm just
Like
different
Cardi
'cause-
B here. Oh, that's kind of, I don't know if that goes into it, but Cardi B has come out with her hair care line. Right?
really?
Oh, yeah.
I know she had her sneakers with Reebok, and yes, I bought them. They're very comfortable. The bright, they had bright colors. They're really comfortable with the Cardi B shoe.
I believe it's called Grow Good.
I
Don't
guess
quote me.
I am not a fan in the sense of the word fanatic, because I ain't buying crap just because Cardi's name on it. Don't get me wrong. When it comes to rap, I like Cardi. I like my little dirty mouth niece. That's my dirty mouth niece, Cardi. I like her. I like Megan. I like all that cuss music sometimes. But I'm not going to buy something just because they're wearing it.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of people, especially these young girls.
I have a brain of
and
my
because
own.
her name is on it, her hair care stuff sold in like the first hour or something.
Those are
crazy.
from her fans, and I guess that
but that's
those are
that's when you
followers.
could say that you are.
You have a brand. And I actually like
Okay, I'm starting to get it now. Because
Cardi's brand too. You know what? She's reshaping her brand. Like I see her with the videos with the kids. That's cute. Like I can be a power mom.
one thing I do see about her,
Who, Cardi?
yeah, she cooks for her children.
I love that.
I seen some of her videos. This is why
She's a
I
good
like
mother.
little dirty mouth Cardi. She's a Latino mom, straight no chaser. She is a Latino mom. She takes care of her kids. It's not like she has a nanny.
Like
But
Rihanna
I'm
keep
quite-
having the babies. When do we see you out, Rihanna? When are you out just
No,
out of...
Rihanna be with her kids.
She probably
I don't
Well,
see the
kids
videos.
too. I
Cardi
think I've
has
seen
the
Rihanna
videos
out
with
with her
Blossom.
kids, for sure.
and-
Everybody is not going to be,
And that's
as
not her part of her
open with
brand.
their children.
Yeah.
I don't need my kids on this and that. It was like I'm just gonna name one person, Sam Jackson. In the beginning, you don't see his kids. Some people keep their personal life personal.
You mean the actor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Even though I keep that wife hating too. No, there's no shade. But some people do not want their personal life to be on film.
Oh, I thought he was gay.
No, Sam Jackson got a wife that he been with her since for years before he started.
I don't know. He always strike me as like gay. I don't know, but go ahead.
Hollering like that,
Yeah, that's why
he
he's
would
gay.
have a little bit more of a
Flamboyant?
accent.
You
Like-
said it.
What was it? I'm glad they're dead and they deserve to die. It wouldn't come off like, they deserve to die, like Sam Jackson.
Because he's
said that.
always hollering in his movies. You're right.
I like Sammy with this.
I do too. I like Samuel Jackson too. But I always thought he was gay. I really did.
No, I think he would be one of them. I can't say this on the air. Stop it. Keep going.
All right, so so Cardi, I like her branding also. Like, whether it's true or not, and I do think it's true. I love her interaction with with the kids, and her playing with Blossom and Culture and the little boy. I can't think of the son's name from Wave. Like that's cute to me. She's up there. There was a cute video I saw of her. I think she was with one of the little kids, and she was introducing them to Ochata. And which from working in the Bronx for all those years, and the kid was like, this is gross. And she was like, what do you mean it's gross? You're Dominicana. Like, you're supposed to like Ochata. And I was like, nah, I get it, baby. It is gross. Like, it's cutesy stuff. So I think your lifestyle is your brand. And I think the fact that Megan, she's growing past just the rapper and that stuff that she be doing.
Yeah, but who I see when I'm scrolling in the internet, and I see more than one thing that I just like this about him. I like, even though he might have a bunch of them, there's a bunch of videos with Nick Cannon and his kids. And it's like rock and roll, and they dancing, right? And Nick turned around and do the booty dance, but he's always with one kid or another. I kind of like
you want to
his
impress me,
daddy
Nick?
stuff.
Be with all of them at the same time.
Yeah,
But there ain't enough room on that
There
There ain't
camera.
enough room.
He got to take them a few at a time. Don't
You
do
gotta
Nick-
take 'em
Nick
a few
like
at a
that.
time.
A few at a time.
But leave him alone. I kind of like Nick Cannon.
But Nick Cannon is in the hot seat now too,
He's fertile, that's all.
because he had said something about Trump, something in total support of Donald Trump, and everyone is kind of, I can't remember, so I don't
Oh,
really
he
want
was
to talk about.
semi-canceled for a while.
Oh, he about to get canceled again.
Yeah, because he was canceled. They had taken Wild
said
and
something
Out
about
was
Jews,
off the
right?
air. Well, I can't remember something he said the last time. They had Wild and Out had went off the air, and it was something else that he was supposed to do. They took that away, and for a minute you ain't see him, but he got back in. The show came back out. They got new episodes. He was doing some other hosting on one of them other shows on network television. But for a while, she was shut down. But if he says
no,
something
he
else,
said something else. And one last thing, Druski. Druski's in a lot of drama too now. The comedian, he does like a lot of skits. I know this is another thing that's trending this morning. Apparently, Druski had this skit about conservative white women, and he had white face on. And they said that the white face kind of looked like Erica Kirk, who, if you don't know, Daya, anyone's listening. So Charlie Kirk got his. Let me just say this in the interest of respect. I don't know how to say it. Yes, it's
melon pop.
Yeah, he got that done. He got his melon popped a couple of, it wasn't even a year ago, right? A couple of months ago. And he was the leader of the Turning Point movement, where there's all of this Make America Great Again.
Totally racist person.
Yes, totally racist.
Said that we had it good when slavery was around.
Yeah. And they were putting him up. They was, making him, and even today it came on my algorithms that they're calling him, oh God, what's that thing? They was liking him to Martin Luther King. Was it Charlie Luther King?
Oh,
Jr.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. And white conservative America, they are madder than 20 wet dogs right now at Druski. And I mean, I saw the skit. I didn't think it was that funny. It seemed a little all over the place to me, but the fact that he was in whiteface, that's what's really like pissing them off.
And it's not right, because if we saw you in blackface, we would be just as upset.
And that's what they're saying.
It's the truth.
That's what they're saying. Like, if we put blackface on, then you'd be mad about it also. I honestly don't have an opinion. Now, ladies, today we're gonna talk about men.
Ooh.
And I know we're gonna try to talk about. Hopefully, we're just gonna talk about just esteem and women,
self-worth.
And self-worth. That's the best way of describing it. So here we go. Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So when it comes to men, ladies, have you ever ignored a red flag in a relationship because? All right. Let me start over. Have you ever ignored a red flag because the attention felt too good when you were dating someone? Because there are some women that do that.
Oh yeah, everybody ignores red flags sometimes. I think that's how we learn. We learn from our mistakes, right? Everybody encounters some red flags.
If you're smart, you learn from your mistakes. I hate to say it, Deja.
Yes.
I had a habit of learning from other people's mistakes.
Okay, so hold on. I read it too wrong. Blizzard made my hand move. Have you ever ignored a red flag because the attention felt better than the truth?
No.
Yes.
You have? Okay, tell. Care to share?
Okay, well, without getting into too much
Yeah, even if you gotta bleep out names.
But in a way, I feel like I did, right? Because when something is wrong, right? This happens a lot when you decide, and if anyone ever doubles back, if you leave a person, once you left, there were red flags, right? If you decide that it's over in a relationship, there were red flags that you didn't agree with that caused you to end a relationship. So once you decide to go back, it's because the attention feels good, right? A nice warm bed,
What do you mean? That he's in the bed with you? Or what do you mean a nice warm
A
bed?
nice warm bed when you get your companion back and you're not sleeping alone. Everybody knows.
Oh,
about
okay.
that.
Nice warm body in the bed. That's it.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Like,
Nice,
what do you mean a nice warm bed? Like,
Well,
where
that's
are
what
you
I mean.
sleeping?
A nice warm bed. Your company is back. You know, the feelings are back. Listen, there's nothing better than some makeup action, okay? Like,
Never been there. I know you think I'm lying. I've never been there with the makeup action because the thing is, I don't want action if I'm bad. Like I can't. I can't. And I know a lot of women
you're
do
not
that.
mad anymore, though.
But that's not makeup to me.
No.
You know, like a lot of women think like we can work it out in the bedroom if he's mad. I have a couple, a friend that's a couple, and I love you guys to death, but everything goes back to work it out in the sheets.
And I'm not saying it's right.
Everything goes back to, we just worked it out in the sheet, and then 2 weeks later you still complaining about the same thing. I was never that type of person.
Can I say something?
Yeah, jump on it.
Nothing works out in the sheets except the arrival. You both arrive and the problem is still there. So
yes.
there is no working it out
learn.
in the sheets. There's
and
no
that's
such
what
thing.
the learning is about, right? So now if you and that's why I mentioned relationships in general, because it's one thing to an argument, I want to be clear, is not a red flag.
No.
An argument is not a red flag. But when we decide, okay, I don't want to do this with you anymore or something like that, there are strong reasons for that are red flags. Sometimes you ignore it, And so I think, yes, I will say, in short, I've been there.
I can't ignore it because I've always known little problems become big problems. You ignore it once, that other person feel, oh, got away with it. I'm going to do it again. And they're going to come back stronger and stronger and more disrespectful every time, and you're going to keep eating it. To the point that you're full of bull crap that you done ate. And then when Mad Day comes, and Mad Day always come with most women, then you're upset, you're fighting, and you could have nipped it in the bud before it grew. Before the problem got big, you could have nipped it in the bud.
You know what I want to say? I said no. My gut reaction was no. I never did it. But now, I'm like when you were talking, Day, I think I have ignored. I actually know that I've ignored red flags, because the attention was better than the truth. But again, I gotta look in the mirror at myself. Sometimes you just get steaming where it needs to be, and you just don't want to be alone. Case in point, I knew before I had kids with this guy that we, like, when it came to our value systems, they were different. I had a degree, you didn't have a GED already. And I'm like, okay, you don't want to be snobbish. Everybody have their own issues. I get up at 5:15 to show up to go to work, 5:15 in the morning. You got up at 5:15 in the evening when I'm coming home from work because you were up all night writing rhymes. I worked, you didn't. Or I had a consistent job that lasted a long time and you worked sporadically. And even though in my gut, I was saying this ain't what you want right here. The red flag was there. But again, the fact like you're with someone and we're having a good time, and I'm not even talking about keeping it warm in the sheets, because looking back, the red flags were there before we even got to the sheets. It wasn't like I met you day one and we went to the sheets. There was some time if I went to the sheets, but I just knew, like case in point, when this person found out that I was visually impaired, I said, "Invite in my kitchen." He said, "Oh, I'll take care of you." You know what my gut reaction was? How you gonna take care of me? You don't have a GED. You don't have a job. You don't, like, I laid it out there. So, and this is before we even got to the sheets, because he, just got quiet because I guess he felt stupid. So I can't even really get mad at the fact that you were allergic to work, because when I met you, you were allergic to work. Do you see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But we were having good times and you were funny. And even now, my girls, they're big girls. And they're like, why would you be with him? Well, if I wasn't with him, you wouldn't be here. But all I can say is, he was funny.
Like
that.
What else it is? Familiar, right? Sometimes we ignore red flags because we get comfortable. You know what I'm trying to say? You get comfortable with a person, and it's like, who wants to start all over again? I'm telling you something.
Wow.
I'm newly single out here after being with somebody for 12 years.
And you're young. That's your
And
whole
I'm young.
20s.
And I gave up all of my 20s, and I'm figuring out things now in my 30s that I should have been figuring out in my 20s. I'm here starting, I feel like, from square one, right? And so, yes, I ignored red flags all for the simple fact of that sometimes. It's like,
Wow.
do I want to start all over again right now? Like,
On that
that's
note,
crazy.
Deja, my friend's grandmother said a new broom sweep good.
He surely does.
New broom
He surely
sweep
does.
good. And don't get me wrong, I've been with, how would I say this? Not Mr. Right, but Mr. Right now. And you keep it in perspective. This person, you might have fun with them, like I say, it's all giggles and laughs, but when it comes to real life, they're not on the same level as you.
Yeah.
So, for that person, and it was funny because we was dating, I had my own place. Of course he wanted to move in. Oh no, that will never happen.
Yeah, you can't live with me. I'm
That will
sorry.
never happen because, first of all, this is mine. Get yours and let me move in with you and keep mine on the side so when you act up, I got some place to go. I never let no man move in with me like that. But when you at that stage of life where you know this is not right and there's red flags, the red flags could be there, but he doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
You bring them in, you go out, you have fun, you go to dinner, go to movies, go to concert or whatever, you might go home, whoop-de-whoop, time for you to go. And they never understood that. Well, I can't say, it's time, I'm done. It's time for you to go. You got to keep trash in the trash can.
So let me ask you a question. Is there an age limit to this? Like, at what age when we start looking at you with the side eye where you got to keep trash in the trash can? Like, I have a 22-year-old daughter. And at 22, I don't even know what her situation is. Like, I don't know what's going on with
for
that no
myself
more.
at 22.
But you know what? I don't even ask. I don't care no more.
I knew the difference between trash even as a young girl. I don't care how young I was.
I did too, oddly enough.
And don't get me wrong, I've been in my own place for well over 30 years. You're not making camp with me. The only person that made camp with me, right, is my only man I ever lived with was my husband.
And you know what, Stephanie? The only man that I will ever live with again will be my husband.
100.
I made that mistake. Sometimes when you have kids, you get wrapped up with stupid crap. It's because I grew up 2-parent household. Like, I knew what it was for the yin and the yang. You see what I'm saying? I didn't want my daughters to not have that yin and yang energy. But I was always trying to fit that square peg into that round hole to keep that yin and yang what I had. And after a while, I'm like, yo, chick, you could do better all by yourself. Just drop this, whatever. And just not be scared to be by yourself sometimes. Because I think that's what happens with this question about the Mr. Right versus Mr. Right now and that whole ignoring red flags. Because I think that we as women, disabled or not, we just, for whatever reason, we like to judge our womanhood based on, can you snag a man? And let's be honest, everything that say they a man and stand up and piss really ain't a man.
There's men and there's males.
You got it. And
just because you carry scrotum does not make you a man.
Or you could lay up in the bed with me and give me some 10, 20 minutes of pleasure. You're a man. It takes a lot more for men to be a man in my eye than that. And I think that, and this is why I'm asking you ladies, at what age? Because I know when I got with old boy and he said, I'll take care of you, I knew in my gut, because that's not how I was raised. I knew you sitting up in my house, but my father is out working. Do you see what I'm saying? And my father always worked. Even when my father got hit by this ambulance and lost his sight to a lot of degree. I don't even know if it was taping, speaking of. Engineer, can you come see if we're taping? But he lost his sight. He still
Got a job.
got a job to work, because that's what I saw manhood as. So you're sitting up in my house. I'm coming home from work, and you're telling me I could take care of you because you hear that I'm visually impaired, but you don't got a pot to piss in the window to go out of.
Is the baby eating?
Why are you doing this?
I kept telling him to stop. He's
Okay, good. And then, because at the end of the day, it was all about rebound. Like, I was used to being involved, and you don't want to be alone. Sometimes as women, we got to sit in our aloneness and then learn what we want. So then when you find, oh boy, you'll have standards. And you're not just taking anything from a man just because. A lot of people claim that I'm hard on R. Dot. And Stephanie was there when I met R. Dot. Stephanie told me date R. Dot. And speaking of red flags, I knew, again, that R. Dot had commitment issues. Red flags. Sometimes we got to listen to what men are telling us when they're telling anecdotal stories. If they're telling you stories where, for whatever reason, like, I'm not, like, I've never had a real, in a sense, relationship per se. Or I'm aligning myself in situations where I don't know if I'm the head man. You gotta listen, like,
you know what I would say?
Do you have commitment issues? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Those are red flags. Sometimes we just gotta listen to what people are saying, because they don't just tell us the good stuff. They also tell us what may be the red flag, and then you gotta make decisions on whether you can deal or not deal.
You better learn how to read between the lines.
You know what it is too?
And
what I'm learning?
And don't pay too much attention to what they say, but what they do.
The actions, yes. Thank you.
Let me tell you, words are sweet. Actions say everything.
They do.
The thing with actions too, though, is that sometimes they do lead with actions, but it's the consistency, right? So people can come and they know that you like this sort of thing, and they'll do those actions too because you like it. And then once they get you now, all of the things that they used to get you sometimes disappears once everybody settles in.
Rule of thumb.
Okay.
When you meet somebody and you get with them, I would say for the first 6 months to a year, don't pay attention to that shit. Take it in, have the relationship, but after that 6 months to a year, start watching it.
I would start watching beforehand, but everyone said I'm super critical.
No, because from 6 months from when you first get with them, you watching all the nice stuff. Oh, he's whining, dining, and see how consistent, see how long it lasts. Because some people like to do what they call it nowadays, the love bomb. Get you open like 7-Eleven, then pull the gate on the store. And you take, and now you feel like your heart is invested, so you just take the crap. No. No.
She's talking
No. I'm telling you, even with my husband, when we first got together, it was great. Even when we first started living together, it was great. But after we started living together,
things changed.
It's tried. It tried to change. Came back to my house. Everything was packed in by the door. I said, there's a lot of things I will take, but this is not. You got to go.
But what I will say, the way you avoid this happening, ladies, especially I'm going to speak to, and I'll speak to the gentlemen too on this if gentlemen are watching as well. Before you get into a relationship, fall in love with yourself first.
Oh, I've been in love with myself.
One thing, oh my gosh, this journey I'm on, I have been really, really loving myself, loving my company, with just me.
And you said a mouthful.
Because I say that? Because before I got with somebody like that, I spent time with myself. I love myself.
You have to.
Only person that loves me more than me is God. I wake up in the morning, I kiss myself every day. Stephanie, love you. Wake up. Good morning, Stephanie. Yeah. You have to. I love myself more than anybody. You gotta love yourself,
and it seems like
God.
such a simple thing. Everybody, if you ask them if they love themselves, most people
they're gonna say but that's not true.
Yeah.
You know how you can tell who don't love themselves based on the way they treat themselves
and the stuff you'll take.
And that's what I say. You're bringing some man around that's dogging you out.
treat you like an animal and you love yourself, you don't even like yourself.
Exactly. And you got to realize that, boy, I must not have, and that is what really started drawing things to a close for me when things started to draw to a close. I said, boy, I can't accept this, because if I accept this, I must hate myself if I accept this.
And you got daughters
and
that's
I love
watching
myself.
And what I
And
said,
I have, and as you said too, Rashida, I have children now that are
Especially
watching.
the girls.
Just true. No, not. You know what? I'm gonna say a boy too.
The boy
because
too.
here's the thing: this boy is learning how to treat women based
their
on her
father.
But what I
interactions
will
with
say
these
about
men.
my family, yes, we had our problems, but there was, besides my oldest one, I don't like we did a very good job of not having our problems be visible to the children. At least I hope we did. You know
no,
what I'm
kids are
trying
smarter
to say?
than you
They
think.
smarter than
I
you
hope
think.
we did.
They can tell, and like I
And
say,
so I will say that we didn't set up a negative environment really as far as they were concerned.
But you know what?
let me
though?
tell you something.
Go ahead, Stephanie.
Energy is real. Even if they didn't hear the argument, so they could pick up on the energy.
They even say babies in utero know when it's not a safe environment to come to.
Yes, they do.
If mom and dad are fighting, and oddly enough, even though I had kids with oh boy, I didn't have a lot of antics throughout my pregnancies. Like he was happy. I don't know why, because you ain't do nothing with him, but he was happy with the pregnancies. Like ultra supportive, and we both. These were our first children together. So everything was new. And we were, he was supportive. He just showed his age in the delivery room, make it make sense. But he had enough respect when I got pregnant again. And I said, I'm not going to go through this. We're not really, I'm leaving you. And, because I believe straight talk makes for straight understanding. Like, let's not play happy family. I am leaving you. And I don't need you here when I have the baby. I will call you when the baby is born. And I did. Or my sister did. And I kid you not, the first face that I saw when I was in recovery was his face. Oh my God, congratulations, the baby's beautiful. We did well again. He was genuinely happy for another beautiful baby girl. Yeah. But, and throughout the pregnancy, yeah, he drove me to the doctor. I kept him abreast. But we're not seeing eye to eye right now. I want you out my house. And he lived in my house for 6 months. I don't do well with antics. Like, I want to be in the house
I've
with
never had
people.
arguments. We have conversations, not so much screaming matches and arguments like that, which was very annoying to him, because I'm the type that'd be like, I'm done talking. And it doesn't matter how much you're talking now. It's like, when I'm done, like, if you approach me when you're ready to talk with me. I am not the type, and I know that's annoying to a lot of people, but I really don't want to run up my pressure, okay? And I was just never the type to run my pressure up. I used to do sometimes because when you're dealing with people who can talk you around, sometimes you need to gather your thoughts together so you don't get spoken
Oh, no
around.
man can out-talk me.
I could be spoken around sometimes, or not get my thoughts out fully. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'd take time and gather my thoughts together, and then sit and have the conversation sometimes, because you need to do those things. But we're getting off topic.
Yeah,
a little.
But I will say this much though: you set him out for a day. Like, you got to be in love with yourself. You can't have a man making you. What am I trying to say, Boogie? You can't let a man complete you. Now, Boogie was there when I was going through back and forth with oh boy, and I would always, when we separated, I was like, yo, he was abusive, blah, blah, blah. And then one thing Boogie said was, no. He didn't run over you. I was there. You gave it up to him. Because that's the thing. Like, sometimes when you're in the middle of stuff and you don't want to go through stuff, it hurts you, at least me, to battle with people. I know people think I'm a battle cat. No, I'm going to stand up for myself. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship, not even romantically, with friends, with family, where I got to do battle. Like, I just don't feel good about that. I just want to be
Too
at
much
peace.
work.
But what you're not going to do is run over me, and what you're not going to do is disrespect me. And your piece of pipe, that's not enough for disrespect.
Now, let me
go ahead.
ask you a question, though, guys. How do we decipher what's a red flag, right, which is no-go, versus just something that we can maybe work on, something that is not right? Because
we can have different ones. But go ahead, Boogie.
People will have different red flags, but if somebody does something to you and it strikes a nerve, that's a red flag.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You know what your red flag is in your gut.
If it rolls off your back, he might call you booty cheeks. It'll roll off your back.
I would laugh at that.
I'm gonna tell you, don't call me that.
No, I call people booty cheeks.
That's why I laugh, because I
you might call somebody like booty cheeks or something, and it's funny. It rolls off your back. But if you call you evil bitch, that ain't rolling off your back. So what they say, how it affects you, let you know whether it's a red flag for you or not. Because a red flag for you may not be a red flag for me.
And let's be honest, if you gotta convince people that you with a good person, because you know in your gut.
Somebody said that to me.
You know in your gut whether you're with a good person. Our dad is not perfect, but y'all don't hear me going around convincing.
Because if he wasn't, I read him from the beginning. I would have told you, don't go near that. Don't go
near that. I didn't even want to go near it, Stephanie. You made me go near. You said,
no, I said, no,
go near that.
I watched it. Because I watched it and I listened. There's another thing about me. When I'm around a new group of people, I'm quiet for a long time. I'll social amenities, I'll answer questions, I'll be polite, but I'm studying the room. That's just part of me. I'm studying the room. I think that's why I did so much psychology.
I'm asking because no one's perfect. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, you're gonna know in your gut when something doesn't feel right. When that man said in that kitchen, I'll take care of you. My gut reaction, which blew up because I don't have a filter. How you gonna take care of me? You don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have this. Because I'm comparing my value system to what matters to me to what you're presenting to me. Do you see what I'm saying? And I love my daughters, but that wasn't my plan. But the Most High have a bigger plan. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you was saying, you shouldn't have to convince people that you're with a good person. I was in North Carolina, not this time, but another time, and it was a female there. My sister's passed away. My sister died. My brother-in-law said I'd never come and see him, so I decided to go and see him. Me and my nephew are together. So I'm talking to him. My chopping it up with my brother-in-law, ex-brother-in-law now, because my sister's dead, and his new girlfriend is there. So I said hi to her, introduced me. I said hi. So I'm talking to him and she goes to look at me. She said, I'm good people. And I looked at her. I said, why do you have to say that to me? And that's all I said to her. Why do you have to say that? First of all, my sister's gone. I don't care what he do. Mm-hmm. I don't have nothing to do with you. Why do you need to tell me I'm good people? I don't care. I don't care what you are. And evidently you're not, because you had to say it. Because if you're a good person, it's just going to show.
It's going to show.
No one has to say, oh, I'm good people. And
you don't have to keep talking about what he did for you. Oh, he's here. He did this. He did that. Are you trying to convince yourself?
Yes. That's who they're trying to convince.
Because you know in your gut when stuff don't feel right in a relationship. And Deja, that answers your question about the red flag. We teach people how to treat us again. If you nip stuff in the bud from the gate and put up a boundary with a man, because too often a lot of us, especially women with disabilities, for whatever reason, we scared to have boundaries.
Oh, I got
for whatever
that saying.
Reason.
I got that saying for that. I don't know, boy. I made this up years ago. I wouldn't care whether you're blind, crippled, crazy, one leg in a kickstand, and use a portable brain. You should still be put up on a pedestal from any man or woman. But
we have to learn to put ourselves up there 100%. First. And a man can spot out a desperate, low self-esteem chick a mile away. It has nothing to do with your disability. It has a lot to do with your mentality. Only a therapist or God can help you with that. Because no, it's the truth.
It's the
Because
truth.
if you're looking for people to validate you, good luck with
Good
that.
luck with that.
You have to validate yourself. And let's move on to straight from the heart.
All right,
'Cause
straight
it's about to
from
go
the
left.
heart, guys.
I was talking too much.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you,
I love
Blizzard.
it. This is a
Thank
good
you, Blizzard,
topic.
for stopping me.
Because we can go knee
Started
deep.
getting a little
We can
annoyed
go
here.
knee deep in that.
Okay, I just went in the email and put up this letter, guys.
Leave me alone,
I
Jay-Z.
am going to put. I think I'm gonna change an email address straight for this podcast. But right now, you can send your letters to
Come on. Help
empower
yourself.
at
Help yourself.
oneheartonevision.org. Okay, let's go. Okay.
Oh no, you ain't.
Straight
you
from the heart.
trying to
You
get
ready,
to the
lady?
Twinkie. That's why you want.
Oh, he want that Twinkie.
No, you not. I
Okay.
ain't had a Twinkie in 20 years. You ain't
Okay.
getting the other half.
Here we go. Okay, let's go. Straight from the heart. Okay. My name is Lena. I'm 38 years old and live in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm writing because the man that I love is slowly disappearing in front of my eyes. And I don't know how much longer I can watch it happen. My fiance, Darius, is 41. When we met 5 years ago, he was the most reliable man that I had ever known. He worked as an electrician, paid his bills, showed up for his family, and treated me like a queen. Everyone in my family loved him. But about 2 years ago, something shifted. It started small. He became coming home later and later from work. Then he started losing weight, barely sleeping, and becoming irritable over little things. He blamed stress, and then he blamed the economy, and then he blamed everyone but himself.
Right.
Eventually, I found out the truth. Darius has been using cocaine.
Yep.
There
There
we
you
The
go.
first time I confronted him, he cried and promised it was a mistake and he wouldn't happen again. I wanted to believe him. I really did. But since then, things have spiraled. He's missed family events. He's borrowed money that he never repays.
Lord.
Twice he disappeared for 2 days and without telling anyone where he was. And the worst moment came last month when I found him asleep in his car outside of our apartment at 6 a.m. What hurts the most is that when he's sober, he's still the same loving man that I fell for. He cooks dinner, talks about our future, and promises that he's going to get help. Then a few days later, the cycle starts again. My friends say I should leave before his addiction drags me down with him. My mother said love doesn't mean sacrificing your peace. But when I look at him, I don't just see the addiction, I see the man that he used to be. So my question is this: how do you love someone who's slowly destroying themselves? And when do you decide that loving him from a distance is the only way to survive? Sign, watching him fade.
Wait a minute. Let me quote Rick James. Cocaine is a very powerful drug.
Okay. I have opinions, but you ladies can go first.
Okay.
I will go last. I'm the youngest.
I can go
one.
first. I can go first.
All right.
Woo. Where you go from?
Well, how long was she with this man? Did she say?
Did she say?
Let me see.
Probably somewhere in the beginning, yeah, a long time.
Because I've been here.
Well,
Not with cocaine, but because substance is substance. You see what I'm saying?
not necessarily. Some substances are different. Some.
Okay.
Put it this way. Coming from being an adult in the late 80s, early 90s, when like they used to say Coke was king. Coke was king back at that time. There was a lot of crackheads. There was a lot of cokeheads. I ain't gonna say I didn't dabble, but it never. I said I never did anything that's gonna do me.
Wait. Hold on. You gotta clarify because you said
I dabbled,
Crack.
not in crack.
Okay,
not in
okay.
crack. Oh, no. Because I don't think I would have made it through that. I ain't see nobody. Well, yes, I did see some people beat crack. But
I know one person that beat crack, but that's another story for another time.
yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, I sniffed a little cocaine, but
Okay.
very short time because it just wasn't my drug of choice. My drug of choice has always been and always will be marijuana.
Okay.
But if I was this woman, I'd go. I would leave because that cocaine, especially crack, ruined so many families. I mean, even back in the days where, in the heroin days, like in the 70s, you can see a woman that's a dope fiend, and you look at her children, they as clean as a whistle.
Okay.
But when crack came around, that's the thing that broke down the black mother. Coke broke the black mother, and once she was broken, the whole world the whole world that was into that just went to hell in a handbasket. So, if I was a woman dealing with a man doing that, I would leave. And weird enough, it was so funny. I did not deal with men who got high. I don't care what I do. I went with my first husband, I call him. He was
wait, you were married
to Jessica's father.
Oh yeah, okay.
He was NYPD. Me and my friend Sandy sat in his house, smoked weed, and sniffed cocaine. And he would just look at us. He could look at y'all. But he never did it. I never dealt with guys who got high. Why? Because they're dangerous. They will beat you. When they can't get what they want, they'll beat you. They'll rob you. They'll do everything to you. I did my little dirt. And like I said, I just dabbled in that. It was very short-lived. But when it came to the men in my life, shoot, my first one, he was 5'0". I was with a cop for most of my life as a grown-up until I married my husband. My first one was NYPD. I wanted to be protected at all times. I didn't want a man that had children before me.
Me neither.
I didn't have a man that had children before me, and he cannot have any drug habits, not even marijuana.
And that's my deal breaker to this day. I want to be the only one smoking.
That's
and
right.
Taking the Eddie.
That's right.
I don't need you out here doing this.
My husband don't smoke. I don't smoke.
And I'm looking at you with the side eye with a drink. If I'm out with you and you go for round 2, I'm going to go, wait. Why you getting a second drink? And I've done it. I have had to check.
I'm very
People's
biased
glasses.
with that.
What's in your glass?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got the Bahama Mama. Okay, that's easy. Let's not do this again.
If I'm tipsy and stuff, you gotta take me home. We can't both be drunk.
Sweetheart, so I got some context. This is her fiance. They've been together for 5 years.
Oh, only 5?
Leave this alone. Because this is not his first time.
Only 5.
It's not his first time. You don't just wake up because Trump in the White House and you want to snort a line. You don't start snorting coke. He did it 2 years ago, she said. No. You don't start snorting coke at 39. Listen, that ain't nothing you just jump
after the late 90s, once Esteban was gone, there's no real cocaine around here. And it's all this stuff that they doing now, it's all synthetic. I wouldn't even, put it this way, even if I was in that state, I would never do anything nowadays because you don't know what it is. And like you say, you just don't wake up 41 and say, maybe I should sniff some coke today. He had been doing it.
He was doing it. He tried to pull it back for you. And when the pressure got deep with the economy, and the economy sucks.
No, he didn't pull it back. He didn't pull it back.
This is the red flag stuff.
Still doing it.
Yes.
He was doing it, but you know what? You can hide, like Judge Mathis said, you can hide a good crack habit for a year.
You are wearing me out.
And that's crack. If you can hide a good crack habit for a year. So how many years before did you notice that he was starting to do that? He had already been sniffing.
Yeah, no. From what I hear, people have bouts of in and out coke usage because it starts as social, and then you may stop and start and stop and start. No, this is what he's doing. Leave this alone. I'll tell you this much. I was with the dude I was just talking about, not R. Dot, but oh boy, he's a substance abuse user, and I suspect. He definitely an alcoholic, but I suspect based on conversation, because you got to listen to what people tell you. If you listen to what they're not saying, or you listen to the silence between the words, you'll get the full picture of who people really are. And I still have conversations with him. I suspect that when he was with me, I don't think this was happening.
I think it was the C.
I think he was dabbling.
On Fulton Street.
You think he was messing with coke?
I believe it was. I believe that it was coke because his pupils were so dilated. Mm-hmm. His pupil looked this damn big, and that's what made me look at him and say, "We need to beat his ass." Remember, I told you, I was ready to jump him.
Well, here's what I would say. Right, I agree with the ladies. Once it has made you very uncomfortable, and you have spoken to him severally, and there is no change. Especially because did she mention children?
No, they didn't mention.
Okay, because I wasn't sure. I thought for a second he said there was a part in there that said that. But yeah, anyways, sorry, you gotta put yourself first. You gotta always remember to put yourself first in these type of situations, baby. Like,
And if you're a female, you don't want no man hopped up off chemical
No,
drugs.
you do
no,
not.
like
You don't.
it is time to go, and this is when you get to a point of a red flag, right? Because when I asked earlier, what is a red flag?
No.
A big problem with women. I had this conversation with my friend that I have come to a realization that I want to cure the person that I'm with. If they have
No.
You think you Dr.
you
Dan?
think
You
that
will
you can
drive
cure
yourself
somebody,
crazy.
you find somebody with a problem and you think
No,
you can
that's
cure
the
that
quickest
person.
way to get your tail beat.
That's
And
what-
so, baby girl, you can't help him. He's got to be ready to help himself. And if he's shown you that he's not, it's time for you to go. You can't cure him. You can't help him.
No.
And where was he at all night? Like, when she said she found him in the car 6 o'clock in the morning, this
He
boy
was
back,
on a bender, and
Yes.
once he got home safe, he turned that car off and blacked out.
that happened to me. Not like I was on a bender, but I found old boy 6 o'clock in the morning, same time.
Yeah, on
I-
a bender.
no, I-
They back out.
And the thing is, the best thing you can do is to exit stage left. That's the only way you can help him and help
Save
yourself.
yourself.
But also prepare to get stalked, because he's not ready to let go of this. And the most dangerous time is when you are trying to leave a situation, especially when somebody is hyped up on some kind of substance, and they'll start. That's why your boy showed up down at the seaport
Yeah,
with his eyes
With his
dancing.
eyes dilate. But you got to also realize, people don't realize it, but alcohol is also a stimulant.
It is.
It's a stimulant. It's not a depressant. That shit will get him hopped up, acting like a fool.
I just feel like any substance
You need to
abuse.
stop. Oh, that goes stop.
Oh, Alexa, stop. So the best advice we can give you, Miss Elena from Baltimore,
Run.
as fast as you can.
Run fast.
Appreciate the good times you had with him. They're
leave.
there.
No.
Appreciate
Dave,
them.
no. Don't
No?
appreciate no good times, because a lot of times when we start reminiscing
That make you go all
and make
soft
you go
and
all
pink.
soft, this is her
I
fiance.
know it makes it do, but you know what? They existed. She can't erase it from her mind.
Well, she can think about
But
that
she,
after he's gone.
So
Yeah.
but that, remember to appreciate that, but realize that that's not who you've got right now, and this is why you have to leave, right?
I'm
Because
gonna
this
beat
is
your
where
butt.
her guilt is at. Her guilt is in where they were before, right? And so I want to acknowledge, yes,
Her
you guys
guilt?
used to have.
She
Yes,
should have no
She
guilt.
has guilt, but she does have guilt. Obviously, it's in the
Yeah,
letter.
it's-
She has guilt.
Guilt. That's
You
what's wrong
you
with her.
know she shouldn't have guilt, but she obviously has guilt. She's like, how do I know when
You
it's
know
time
what
to
it
love
is.
him from afar?
I'm
and all
gonna
of
keep
this
it
type of
100,
stuff?
and then we're gonna wrap it up. Elena is counting eggs. She didn't say children because they don't have any children.
Mm-hmm.
Elena is 38 years old. She's probably a professional. He's an electrician. They're professional. Water meets his level. I don't think that Elena's sitting home, on some welfare check. They're professionals. She's 38. She's thinking, I'm doing the right thing. We're about to get married. This man cannot be no coke addict.
Yeah.
Elena, they have
She's feeling guilty. Elena's ready to leave. That's just the truth. She knows she should leave him, but she's remembering all the good times and hoping she can get her man back. Baby,
You
that
can't
man
get
done
this
that man
cokehead
done
back.
flew the coop. And so you just need to know.
You can let that dude go
You
and just
can know,
remember the
Elena.
time.
Don't feel bad about leaving him. Don't feel bad about leaving him stranded because you know he's a cokehead. And now he's going to be outside with nowhere to go struggling.
He's not gonna struggle because he's an electrician.
Whatever.
electrician.
Yeah, but
he's making money.
He's spending
got
all his
money,
money up
but-
on crack. This
But the
only
whole
gets
thing
worse.
is he got the money to buy the crack.
It's-
So
it's-
he
it-
gonna
it
get
can
another
only-
woman.
But this
Well, he's
plummets.
not on crack yet, but I'll tell you, this
Whatever.
is a slippery slope, and he might be out there on some
She's
binging
feeling bad though.
because he came home at 6 o'clock, blacked out in the car. What were you doing outside all night?
everything.
Thank you. No, not everything. Thing like they
Right,
say.
you know.
Thing.
But anyways, like just in case you are, maybe she isn't feeling guilty, but just in case you are,
You let your emotions.
no, just
Your
in,
sensitive Pisces nature.
just in
She's out
case
here
you,
guilty.
and just in case
Yeah,
you
that's
are
my mother.
remembering all the good
Pisces.
times and all of the good things he did for you, and you feel like gosh, he was good to me. Do I just want to leave him cut and
Yeah, 'cause
dry
that
after
was
the
in the
time
past.
was good?
I was gonna pick the letter back up. Like, wait, did I miss something?
You know, but I'm just yeah. Maybe she didn't say it in words, but obviously, because if she wasn't feeling guilty about it, she would just leave, right? So there are reasons
She
why
loves
she
him,
doesn't
but
want to
no
leave.
guilt,
you gotta
no
love
shame.
yourself.
So you gotta just love yourself, choose yourself, right? And 3, know that who he was is not
Run,
who he
baby,
is now.
run.
So it's time for you to run because you're living. There's a stranger in your house, and it's time for you to go.
And on that note, ladies, that's the end.
That's the end
of this podcast. And like we like to say here at One Heart, One Vision.
Just because you're blind doesn't mean you
can't
don't have vision.
All right, and